It's Monday morning and welcome to Inside the Show. Starting in the American League Central, the Tribe hit 3 long balls as they defeated the Twins in the Twin Cities 5-4. The win was their 6th in a row. Entering the day's action, the Twins sit in 4th place in the American League Central Division, and the Indians are atop the division. The Chicago White Sox racked up 11 hits as a team as they had a walk-off victory against the Brewers 10-9. As of right now, the White Sox are in 3rd place in the AL Central, while the Brewers sit in 4th place in the National League Central Division. The Blue Jays completed a 3-game series sweep as they took down the Tigers in Detroit 4-2. The win was their 5th straight as a team. At the start of the day, the Tigers are in last place in the AL Central, and the Blue Jays are in 2nd place in the AL East. The Oakland Athletics brought out the brooms in a 3-game sweep as they beat the Royals in Kauffman Stadium 1-0. Heading into the day, the Royals are in 2nd place in the AL Central, while the Athletics sit in 4th place in the American League West. The Orioles combined for a 4-hitter as they defeated the visiting Yankees 3-2. Entering the day's action, the Orioles sit in 4th place in the American League East Division, and the Yankees are 3rd in the division. The Angels allowed only 5 hits in the game as they were winners over the visiting Rangers 4-3. As of today, the Angels sit in 2nd place in the American League West, while the Rangers are at the bottom of the division. The Seattle Mariners grabbed 13 hits in the game as they beat the visiting Rays 7-2. As of right now, the Mariners are in 3rd place in the AL West, and the Rays sit in last place in the American League East Division. The Boston Red Sox knocked out 10 hits as a team as they got a win over the Astros in Houston 4-2. Heading into the day, the Astros are leading the AL West, while the Red Sox are leading the American League East. Anthony Rendon collected a total of 4 driven in, helping the Nats down the Braves 5-2. He is currently the National League leader in batting average. At the start of the day, the Braves are in last place in the NL East, and the Nationals are 2nd in the division. The New York Mets combined to allow only 4 hits as they nabbed the win against the visiting Cubs 4-1. Entering the day's action, the Mets are in 4th place in the NL East, while the Cubs sit in 2nd place in the National League Central. The St. Louis Cardinals grabbed the 4-game series sweep as they sank the visiting Buccos 6-3. In the standings, the Cardinals sit in 1st place in the National League Central Division, and the Pirates are at the bottom of the division. Steven Souza Jr. blasted 2 home runs and picked up 3 RBIs in the process as the Diamondbacks slithered past the Fish 3-2. He is currently riding a 12-game hitting streak. As of right now, the Diamondbacks sit in last place in the National League West Division, while the Marlins sit in 3rd place in the National League East Division. The Dodgers earned the 3-game series sweep as they took care of the Rocks in Colorado 1-0. Heading into the day, the Rockies sit in 3rd place in the National League West Division, and the Dodgers are atop the division. The Cincinnati Reds put together 10 total hits as they grabbed a victory over the Padres at Petco Park 6-2. At the start of the day, the Padres sit in 4th place in the National League West, while the Reds are in 3rd place in the NL Central. Ben Lively got the win number 7 thus far, helping the Phillies take care of the Giants 3-2. He is currently in the top 5 in the NL in wins. Entering the day's action, the Giants are in 2nd place in the NL West, while the Phillies are in 1st place in the NL East. Thanks for tuning in today. We'll be back here tomorrow and all season long. Welcome, everyone. Let's jump right in and revisit the news and events from Monday. Starting out west in the American League, the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim pitched well, allowing only 3 hits as they grabbed the win against the visiting Royals 2-0. Julio Teheran won the game, finishing a complete game one-hitter as Atlanta got past the Padres 2-0. The San Francisco Giants knocked out 12 hits as a team as they took down the visiting Diamondbacks 5-4. And that'll do it for today. Enjoy the games, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.
Tuesday night baseball now from the home of the Indians, Progressive Field here in Cleveland. Tonight, the first of 2 in this interleague matchup between the Milwaukee Brewers and the Cleveland Indians. The Tribe aim to notch their 7th win in a row right after this. Trevor Bauer, the California-born right-hander, is on the mound. What's your take on him, Dan?
Boy, was he super good in his last one, a complete game shutout, a true gem. He certainly would like to repeat that performance here.
At the plate, Lorenzo Cain, and we are set for baseball here this evening.
Center fielder, Lorenzo Cain.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a cold strike on the game's first pitch as we bring you this one here tonight. Fellas, we check out the Tribe as they begin here tonight. They've run their win streak up to 6 in a row now, and they're really playing some inspired baseball.
Yeah, Matty, this is one of those special moments throughout the course of the season where everyone kind of looks around the clubhouse and takes stock. 6 in a row, you have a chance to rattle off a 7th. You start saying, hey, maybe something special is going to happen this summer.
A 1-1 count to the Brewers leadoff man. Weather not much of an issue tonight. A mild 65 degrees here at game time. Helping him out here as he swings and misses to fall behind a ball and 2 strikes. The 1-2. Count still at 1-2.
When you have 2 strikes on you as a hitter, if you get something that you can handle, you have to find a way to do some damage with it. That was a missed opportunity.
And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Nice execution right there, Dan. Kept his front shoulder in, kept his hands inside the baseball, and ripped the base hit up the middle.
And if you're a pitcher right there, you can't get discouraged. Sometimes even when you make a good pitch, the ball is going to find a hole somewhere. That one right up the middle.
In is Christian Yelich. As he'll take a look at the pitch too low. It's ball one. He broke out the slide step there, Danny.
Yeah, he's clearly thinking about the steal right here. Didn't happen, but the cat-mouse game continues on.
The 1-0 is looked at for the first strike. Bauer, a 27-year-old. He was selected in the first round back in 2011.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
Now a throw over and a dive, but he's back in. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. It's a swinging bunt up the line. Foul ball, strike two. On the ground for Kipnis. This could be two. Fielded cleanly. One there. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw. So that one wasn't quite hit sharply enough to turn two.
Yeah, choppers like that make it really tough. You can't make the ball get to you much faster, so the key is making sure you field it cleanly and at least get one, which they did there.
Digging in now for the Brewers, Ryan Braun. And as you can tell easily from the splits, he's really struggled away from their home ballpark. Prior to the at-bat, a check on first. And he'll dive back in. From the belt, the pitch. And he swings through a fastball and doesn't catch up with it. It's 0-1.
Hey, that two-seam fastball is going to be the be-all, end-all of this game right here. Who's going to execute? Is the pitcher going to be able to keep going to that well, or is the offense going to be able to make an adjustment and hit that ball in the gap?
Throw over to first, and he's back in standing. Comes set with the 0-1. And this is on the ground is short. Could be two. Kipnis back to first, but a good job to break up the double play as he couldn't make an accurate throw.
And kids, this is why you always go hard into second base. Could have been an easy double play ball, but the slide really impacts the throw to first, and they wind up only getting one out on the play. Good, aggressive, legal slide that time.
Standing in now, Domingo Santana, as he'll take a look at a high strike that time. It's 0-1. Braun leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Rounded down the third baseline, but this will get foul for strike two. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Up around the face.
Hey, I can understand why he wanted to elevate the fastball right there. This batter's eyes have been lit up since he stepped in the box. Let's see if he gets him fishing on something breaking in the dirt right here.
Swing and a miss as he chases one out of the zone for the third strike, and that's the third out of the inning. Milwaukee leaves one, and now the Indians will see what their bats can do in a scoreless ball game. Jimmy Nelson will be on the mound for the series opener. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, man, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last three starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
Now it's the all-world all-star shortstop Francisco Lindor. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. First pitch coming. Here it is. And this is taken outside for ball one. And guys, we take a look at the Brewers entering play here tonight. They come in not exactly setting the world on fire as they've dropped 5 of their last 8 ball games.
Yeah, Matty, these players got in their cars today to drive to the stadium focused on one thing. Not who was going to be the hero, just the fact that they needed a W and that one of their teammates, whether it's them or someone else, has to come up with a big knock.
3-0 now. Nelson has become known as a guy that's tough to take deep. So many starting pitchers find themselves snake bitten by the gopher ball, but he really limits that.
In this day and age of smaller ballparks, the ball's lively, the bats are harder. This guy does a great job of keeping the ball in the ballpark. And one of the keys, he's not predictable. He'll throw his off-speed pitches behind an account. He's really difficult to sit on just one pitch.
And he takes ball 4. So the leadoff man is on here in the home half of the first in a scoreless ball game.
Wow, you know he's not happy with that call. When it crossed the plate, it sure looked like a strike to me. Seemed to catch a ton of the plate. That's a tough way to give up a walk, but he's got to put it behind him now.
Striding in for the Indians, Jason Kipnis. And as we give you a look at his splits, he's had the better of right-handers this season, no doubt about that. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a neck-high fastball that time.
This is where he might need a mound visit, whether it be from the shortstop, his pitching coach, or the catcher. These last couple of pitches have certainly gotten away from him.
A tough sinker on the inside corner. And there are our umpires for this one. Working balls and strikes will be Mr. Darryl Parker.
Hey, not a very big strike zone, but a strike zone that kind of moves around a little bit too much for my liking.
Yeah, Dan, I know there's not a clear scouting report with Darryl. I'll tell you what, you're going to know in the first 2 innings where he's going to be.
2 balls and a strike.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
And it misses. 3-1 now. Jose Ramirez waits on deck. A runner at first with no outs here. And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out.
At this rate, he's going to set some kind of a record for walks issued in a game, or he'll get an early hook. We'll see if he can settle down here and start to find the strike zone, or if he continues to struggle.
Coming to the plate now, Jose Ramirez. And he could give his guys an early lead if he can come through here. First pitch of the at-bat. Laid off as it caught the inside corner.
You're on the mound in this situation. You only have 2 options. You got to find a way to strike this next guy out or get him to ground into a double play.
And now we'll take a moment here at home plate as he asks for time. None out, runners at first and second. Slider right over the middle, taken for a strike.
Hey, I don't know if he wasn't looking for it or just got fooled a little bit right there, but that was actually a decent slider to do some damage with.
Working for the punch out and the offering. High in the air out to center field. Kane is under it. 1 away. And with that, let's get a look at the starting lineup for the Indians. Mark DeRosa, tell us about this lineup and how they continue the winning streak.
Matty, this lineup can't consistently find itself in the top third of the league in grounding into double plays. There has to be better and more professional at bats when guys are on base. That is your chance to create runs for your team, and this lineup has not taken advantage of those opportunities.
Next for the Indians is the designated hitter, Edwin Encarnacion. A good opportunity for him to add to his season RBI total here, which currently sits as third best in the American League. First pitch of the at-bat. A fastball right down the middle for a strike.
Hey, I'm a little shocked right there. Double play situation. He doesn't go with the sinker. He goes with the ordinary fastball in that situation.
The 0-1 delivery. A swing and a miss on a ball that jammed him.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. It's the depth of his sinker. Sometimes it's a matter of whether or not it's moving east-west, but that one right there had such good downward action. Great pitch.
Swing and a little tapper. That's a foul ball. Breaking ball swung on in the dirt. Good job to corral this quickly as the runners hold on.
Big strikeout for the second out there, but he's not out of it yet. We'll see if he can feed off that K, wiggle out of the jam, and keep this game tied.
Here's Michael Brantley as you get a look at his current righty-lefty splits entering play in this one. From the stretch, and a slider runs in on him as he has to lean out of the way. Down the left field line and deep, and that will end up a foul ball. Count is 1-2 now. Set to deal on a 1-2 strike. Hit back toward the mound. Garcia fields it cleanly. On to first, and the Tribe are held in check as the inning is over. A couple of walks, but no damage. Back with more here on a Tuesday night after this. And that brings up the left-handed hitting Travis Shaw. And the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Second inning starts with a fastball that misses. It's 1-0. The 1-0. Finds the zone, strike one. The 1-1 home is laid off for ball two. Almost got him to go around, but instead it's ball three.
Great job to be able to lay off that pitch right there. You could tell the minute it came out of his hand, his eyes lit up at the plate.
And that misses for ball four, so it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
Batting fifth, designated hitter,
Striding forward now is the DH, Jesus Aguilar. First chance for him here with a man on following the leadoff walk. He's set. Here it comes. Takes a high fastball for a strike. Shaw aboard here at first with nobody out. And boy, this at-bat is not starting off well as he's behind 0-2 now.
Two things pitchers really love: called strike threes and jamming hitters. How about that? Talk about that jam right there. That's about as good as it gets.
Here's a shot to left field and deep. Look at this. And it's gone. So a two-run shot to left center. Third home run for him on the year. And the Brewers move out in front now 2-0.
Well, they were smart not to challenge him with a fastball, but it didn't matter. He's their big dog for a reason, so he waited, stayed back, and absolutely exploded through the zone on that one.
At the plate, Manny Pena. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. This is foul for the first strike. Bases are empty here. Nobody out. Here's a fastball that crowds him a bit, and it's 1-1.
I know the umpire balled that one right there, but it was close enough. He's going to try and establish that pitch in. As an offensive player, you've got to build that rapport with the umpire. He can't give him anything off the inside half of the plate.
Pulled high in the air out to left field. Under it now is Brantley, and he has it for the first out.
Time for a look at the Cleveland Indians defensive setup today. And guys, one thing I want you to focus on today when you look at this team on the defensive side of the ball, they're in the top 5 in fielding percentage. They go about their business a certain way. They make all the routine plays, mix in a few flashy ones, and day after day, they give their pitchers the best chance to be successful.
Next to bat, Orlando Arcia. Back on Sunday, he picked up a hit in 5 trips to the plate. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. There's a knee-high pitch that catches the zone. Fastball misses inside. It's even at 1. One out, nobody on. And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. The 2-1. Count even at 2-2. Here now the 2-2. Doesn't get the zone. Count full now.
No pitcher likes to take the count to 3-2, especially when you throw a non-competitive pitch like that on 2-2. That one wasn't even close.
And he lost him here on 3-2 as that pitch misses. It's ball 4.
We knew coming into this game that this guy has a tendency to give up a lot of free passes, and history repeats itself as he's already given up 2 walks here. I'll tell you, effectively wild is a pretty tough thing to be.
Digging in the switch hitter, Jonathan Villar. First shot for him here with a runner at first now and 1 away. Here's the first pitch to him. Late that time for a strike. Villar is a guy that has a lot of speed, no doubt about that. And while that's certainly a weapon for him offensively, it could be argued that it benefits him just as much on the defensive side of the ball given the position he plays. Perfect throw, and they got him at second.
They're showing they're not afraid to be aggressive on the base paths so far in this one. But we'll see if this caught stealing slows that down a bit. Managers never like to run into outs, so they might play it a little safer going forward.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. And he fouls this one off. Pops this one up. Kipnis trying to get there. He can't get there, so the inning will continue.
Center fielder number 6, Lorenzo Cain.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Lorenzo Cain. He singled his last time up. First delivery to him on the way. Takes a fastball on the inside corner. Two out with the man at first. Prior to the 0-1, here's a look to first. And a dive, but he's back. This is on the ground over to first. He's got it, and he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. But the Brewers do get 2 on this 2-run home run. On to the bottom of inning number 2. It's 2-0 Milwaukee. Digging in, Eric Thames. He homered in the series finale back on Sunday.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. First pitch fastball off the plate there, and it's ball 1. Way in front of a great slider that time. Now the 1-1 pitch. There's a sinker that misses for a ball. The 2-1 is a sharp slider taken low for a ball. Tyler Naquin will be next. The 3-1 pitch is belted, and take a look at this. Deep to right center field, and it's gone. Solo shot to right center. Number 18 for him on the campaign, and the Indians are on the board now. It's a 2-1 game.
Hey, listen, there's an old adage in baseball that solo home runs won't kill you. This is one of the top hitters in that lineup. So a home run, a solo home run right here is not the end of the world.
And next will be the versatile Tyler Naquin, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He'll check in here at 256. 2 home runs and 21 driven in. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Naquin Playing here in his age 26 season. He's in his 3rd season as a major league player. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Missed with a slider.
That's back-to-back breaking balls away, but now he's got himself into a little bit of a tough spot. You probably can't throw that again, so your opponent is probably up there just looking for a fastball that he can drill.
And that's in there above the belt, so it's even now, 2-2. The 2-2. Now a check swing, but he does manage to hold up in time. Ball 3.
Wow, how about that? He was tempted to make a swing at that pitch right there. That was way out of the zone, but he just kept his hands back enough.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1.
So here's how the Brewers are positioned defensively. And guys, the things I want you to focus on today, one of them being this manager loves to shift. He has the pitching staff to trust to be able to manipulate his defense to try and get as many outs and play the numbers as much as he can.
Now at the plate, Bradley Zimmer. First pitch coming. Here it is. Here's a sinker to start him out, but he wouldn't bite. It's ball 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. A ball and a strike. The 1-1. Hit to short. Garcia gloves it. Throw gets him. 2 down.
Batting ninth, catcher, Yan Gomes.
Here's the catcher, Yan Gomes. He'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the 2nd. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. And he gets ahead with a sinker on the outside. High in the air out towards shallow right. Santana has a read on it. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. I have to imagine there's a full moon tonight, judging by this bunch. Don't go anywhere. More Tuesday night baseball after this. With Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac, Matt Vasgersian with you as the left-handed hitting Christian Yelich settles in to start out the inning. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. A high fastball is in there. Yelich bats left but throws right and stands in at 6'3". He was a first-round pick back in the 2010 first-year player draft.
You know, I know this guy isn't the superstar everyone thought he was going to be when he was drafted in those high rounds, but he has had a solid big league career. Dan, I'll tell you, it doesn't matter what it looks like right there. That lawn dart felt so good.
Oh, Dero, this guy's been due. He really needed that one.
Here's Ryan Braun now, reached by way of a fielder's choice his first time around. First offering on its way. And there's a pitch that just misses the inside corner.
Right back into a good hitter's count now after what was a pretty dreadful 2nd inning. He's got to start throwing a lot more strikes. Quality strikes would help too.
That evens it up, 1-1. Yelich on at first, nobody out. 2 balls and a strike to Braun. Set and the 2-1 pitch. Never tempted to swing at that ball down low. It's ball 3.
I love the approach out on the mound. Everything's down in the zone as it should be, but now you find yourself in a 3-1 count. Do you elevate a little bit more and get back in this zone, or do you just pitch around them?
Count still full, 3-2. A 2-1 score here as we play inning number 3. Hit in the air to right field. Nick Wooden's under it. And that's the first out of the inning.
Now batting, right fielder, Domingo.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Domingo Santana. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Comes right after him with a fastball for a strike.
Yeah, I'm shocked he let that first pitch go right there. High fastball, but usually those ones travel the furthest.
Throw over to the bag and a dive, but he's back in there. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike. The 1-1. Hit well down the left field line, but back into the crowd, foul. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you think you see that ball as a hitter. You think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
No official at bat for him, but he has scored a run in this one. Here's a look over to first. Runner back safely. Comes set and the 0-1. Looking at strike 2, a fastball that catches the inside corner.
He's attacking this hitter a lot more aggressively than he did the first time when he faced him and issued a walk. Coming right after him here.
And on 0-2 he misses with a fastball. A runner on first with 2 away. Fouled off. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. And he just misses with a curveball.
Tried to work in the backdoor breaking ball there for a strikeout, but he just couldn't quite get it to come back to the corner. That's a really tough pitch to hit if you can spot it.
3-2, full count. Now the 3-2 pitch. Here's a swing and a long drive high in the air and deep to center field. Out of here to the deepest part of the yard. It's a 2-run homer for Travis Shaw. 12 home runs for him now thus far, and the Brewers have moved to a 4-1 lead.
Well, he won his last start, but he didn't give up any long balls. He's already given up 2 here, so he's got his work cut out for him if he's going to get the W in this one. He's going to have to start keeping the ball in the yard for starters.
Now time is called here as we'll get a trip to the mound.
And going back to that previous at-bat when he hit the 2-strike breaking ball for a home run, something tells me that this guy, when he gets behind in the count, sits on something off speed or the breaking ball.
In now, Jesus Aguilar, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. 2 out, nobody on. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run home run. Bottom of the 3rd coming up. It's now 4-1 Milwaukee. Leading off the inning, Francisco Lindor, and they'll need him to get something going here. First pitch of the at-bat. Pulled high in the air out to right field. VR is there. He's got it 1 away. And with that, we give you a look here at what's happening in the race in the National League Central. So one man gone for Cleveland here in the third. And standing in now, the power-hitting second baseman, Jason Kipnis. First offering on its way. And there's a sinker that he just spits on as it misses low.
These are huge innings for a team's morale. The pitcher wants to go out and throw that shutdown inning up and get the boys back swinging the bats again with a chance to capitalize and even extend this current lead.
But he'll barely have to move out there and right as he hauls this one in for the second out.
Third baseman, Jose Ramirez.
Ready for another chance? Jose Ramirez. He flew out in his last at-bat. First pitch coming. Here it is. High pop-up. Shaw moving to his left. And that ends the inning. Just a 4-pitch inning there as the Indians go down quietly. And this is still a 4-1 ball game. Digging in to try it again. Manny